Hello, Pisces. How are you? Welcome to the channel and to this reading. Pisces, we are going to connect with your energies for these next few hours, these next few days. I am going to conduct your reading with a main energy through the major arcana. How beautiful. The star card, Pisces, when the star card appears, you start to feel as though life is finally giving so much back to you, offering many beautiful things that make you feel truly hopeful and excited about everything once again. You begin to sense that the universe is restoring your spirit, filling your heart with a brand new, wonderful sense of optimism. It gives back, it provides many things, and it is also giving back things that you thought were lost. But I feel that the star comes into your lives to place you in a place where you notice, see, feel, and perceive that it is truly worth believing in miracles. Because not only will you feel blessed, you will feel a brutal healing energy, but you will also find your passion again, feeling fascinated and enchanted. Something happens in such a way that it awakens that deep emotion within you. You truly realize that it is worth believing in the power of miracles. So, after a moment of pain, after a moment of breaking point of desolation, the star will appear to lead us to that path of light, to connect us once again to our path of miracles, to connect ourselves deeply along this path of blessing, to align ourselves once again with our true purpose, and above all, to allow ourselves to be moved by a powerful feeling of faith where it is no longer necessary to be constantly hiding what we feel inside. It is time to embrace this transformation, stepping into a space of complete sincerity where we can finally stop concealing our emotions and instead let our hearts flow freely as we embrace this beautiful, magical journey toward our light. Instead, we show ourselves to be totally transparent and we surrender to the experience, flowing with this that seems like magic. Because the star is that card that makes us notice, makes us perceive, as if our life had truly become magical. Your attitude is changing, Pisces, and I love that so much. Right now, it is necessary to understand that changing your attitude is going to benefit us greatly, especially if we have experienced a hard hit from the reality of the past. So, by doing this, you yourself make it possible for that miracle to actually unfold in your life. I truly love that you are so deeply connected with the energy of healing, with pure inspiration, and with those profound feelings that move you. What exactly is it that finally makes Pisces regain that deep sense of confidence in themselves? It is beautiful to see you embracing this journey, as it is the key to unlocking the true potential within your soul. It tells me that you are now in a position where you can fully understand that many of the experiences you have gone through in the past, even those that were deeply painful or undeniably negative, have actually served a higher purpose. They have sculpted who you are today, allowing you to reach a place where you can truly appreciate the gift of life from a completely different and much more profound perspective. You have gained a new clarity, and because of everything you have survived, you are now finally seeing the world through eyes that are wide open. So, what appears there? Wisdom, understanding, and Pisces' confidence in this. I believe they are connecting you with a power, with a powerful energy of transformation and liberation, which is what the star really is. It represents the true truth of Pisces' soul, innocence, transparency. That is why I see that you are renouncing an armor that you had been using for a long time to protect yourself from an environment that you perceive to be a bit dangerous or threatening. That has ended, and today you can show yourself exactly as you are. And in response to that, you are receiving what I see that life gives you in a loving and very favorable way. You are accepting yourself now as you are, but those around you are also accepting you just as you are, with your good things and your bad things. You are finding a place in the world. You are finding a person. You are finding a situation that makes this star felt. That star that comes to give you light, that comes to give you peace and optimism. And it responds to a way of being, to a way of living. I believe you are also recovering after a moment where there was not much meaning in something. It could be that you had gone through a phase of boredom. And I believe you have also passed a test of faith after that lack of meaning, that disappointment. I believe the sense of aimlessness. No, the lack of motivation is also fading. Everything is becoming lighter now. And above all, it is filled with situations that arise for you effortlessly. In other words, you begin to recover your spirit as well, your energy, and you are getting out of the routine. You're getting out of the everyday. You wake up with motivation. You wake up feeling different. You are moving out of the situation you were in because you needed to understand that you had to get out and you had to find the star. Be that as it may, you are not wrong, and you are not being wrong about the path you are going on now, that you are choosing to walk now, because everything is placed at your disposal. How imposing. Let's see what the angels tell us. These are always generalized readings. Know that if you want to address your specific case, you can write to me on the website. You always have the page here in the video, the address, but you also have a pinned comment on your sign. So that, Pisces, you can enter directly and go to the reading of your preference. How imposing is what is coming your way? Well, the Two of Wands is a card of decisions. Decisions, you evaluate something, you see certain feasibility regarding something, and what is coming for you is a very promising event. Since what you decide is aligned with the path of the star, it is aligned with that desire. Something very significant will happen according to this decision. And it is possible that you see that you really move forward from a situation, or your life moves forward in a significant way regarding a person. It could be that it is that person who shares your perspective on values, your perspective on personal development, on economic growth, on work growth, or it could also be a person who meets you at this moment and the star places you on that path, right? Because the Ace of Cups appeared there. The Ace of Cups can be understood in two ways, and each person will take that to their own reality. It announces the arrival of a new person, in this case, who will be willing to connect with you from an emotional situation that will result in being very beneficial, very pleasant, and very exciting for you. Within that space, emotions will be shared, connecting through what is clarity, the truth, and an emotional structure that I truly believe is the very thing that also guides you forward along the path of the star, leading you toward that higher purpose and the genuine fulfillment that you have been seeking for so long. It could be that if you are with a person, if you have a connection and you are making a decision with someone, because obviously I don't say it, the cards do. Here, there is a decision with another person. If you are with another person, it is because that person is also making a decision with you to accommodate an existing relationship. This is happening because you can find healing in this bond, as indicated by the star card. There is hope regarding the situation, and it brings you new perspectives. So there's definitely hope when facing that situation. And above all, it is because this could also be a way to provide you with entirely new perspectives regarding change, while simultaneously offering you fresh outlooks for your own personal journey and how you relate to this person moving forward. There is truly a path to finding a deeper understanding here. It could be that Pisces is obviously leaving a complicated situation on an emotional level. The star appeared to tell us about something hopeful as well. That can come hand in hand with something new on an emotional level. And an Ace of Cups appeared. So, what a coincidence that the Ace of Cups in this tarot is accompanying us with Archangel Raphael. Archangel Raphael also brings us emotional healing for Pisces to prepare them to connect with someone from an emotional and committed place as a couple. They will be sincere, determined, and above all, contribute great emotional benefit, joy, and satisfaction that will be shared between both people. It may also be suggesting the possibility that you can prepare yourself for a conversation with that person, where decisions are currently being made together between the two of you. Archangel Gabriel says, they are risky decisions, but they are also wise decisions. Taking risks does not necessarily mean that they are bad choices. Rather, these are decisions that might push us to finally move on from a stagnant situation. The Two of Wands is sometimes a specific card that speaks to us about the importance of evaluating our path, but it also cautions us that it is not quite the time to take action yet. We must remain patient while we carefully weigh all of our options. But imagine how imposing what the star brings you, right? Which is an Ace of Pentacles and you have the Two of Wands. This fusion, this combination, suggests that you are likely to find the resources or necessary conditions to benefit from this person or from this partnership, or that you might be about to start climbing in the workplace, this partnership. Or perhaps you might find yourself on the verge of climbing the ladder in your workplace because you are genuinely evolving and because you now possess all of the necessary resources to make that happen, to really step into your own power and finally move forward toward the professional success that you have been working so hard to achieve. You are being rewarded for something. Look, that good news also arrives regarding what is something that is fair for you, that has to be in your life, that is equitable, that you have been looking to win. It may also indicate that you are finally moving past your worries and insecurities. You are leaving behind those feelings of emotional instability and financial uncertainty, opening yourself up to a much more secure and stable future. Because they are going to be days considered for you as days of miracles or luck. Since there are new resources in the form of money, time, support, a person of interest, a person who is going to formalize a relationship with you, a new job, a promotion, or a partnership that is changing your reality. How impressive, Pisces. Let's see what the cards have to tell us. Well, we have the Three of Pentacles. One must be conscious that collaboration is everything here, because there is a Two of Wands And there's the Three of Pentacles. You are going to be called upon to work in a team. You will be participating in a specific event, occurrence, or project where you and other people will have to build that working group from the ground up, being an active part of that dynamic through what is genuine collaboration or teamwork. This is about showing your commitment and your ability to engage in a shared effort, ensuring that everything you contribute toward this collective goal truly thrives. It is time to step up and prove your value through this powerful, unified connection with others. Not only do they recognize you with that energy of commitment and also of communion, and that this is obviously something you also want to turn out well, but you're being recognized for your value. And when I speak of value, I mean in money, but also watch out because another person is recognizing you on a love level, on a personal level. That is why everything is also so related to what it is for the Pisces who wants to mend their relationship and wants to, clarify the situation. You are making decisions with that person in a clearer, more convenient, and more collaborative way and regarding what is healing. Look, you have 3 aces. Impressive. Ace of Wands. An idea evolves into a desire, and that desire becomes a reality. Everything is highly interconnected, showing how these things are all linked together in a way that truly matters for you. The Ace of Wands is a new beginning, like the Ace of Cups and the Ace of Pentacles. But in this case, it is something you are going to create, something you are passionate about, something that is truly initiative-based for you. It places you in a position of power, and it comes hand in hand with a resource. It could be the resource they give you through the Ace of Pentacles, which obviously can be work, it can be money, it can be that person, or it can be that person's movement that impels them to take action. That is why I see that. Do you see? You have the Ace of Wands and the Two of Wands. That is to say, someone reacts, someone moves. Someone does something from a place that may seem a bit risky for you, but it is important that they do it, and it serves you and suits you that they do. You are doing the same thing because you are also accompanying the Ace of Wands and the Two of Wands. Something very favorable is going to happen through what is a financial gain or a promotion or the momentum you put into this to carry out something new. It is a situation that yes or no implies success for Pisces. And there are new conditions that will be presented that you will have to take advantage of through innovation, enthusiasm, passion, and ambition, because here you want a result, and that result will be satisfactory. Well, it could be that you have a passionate encounter with this person, or it could be that you are already interacting with this person, another new person. As I told you, you have already put an end to this relationship. There is no one lingering from the past. You are focused on someone new, right? Well, that person presents themselves with the intention of also having a bond with you. Obviously, they appear. It could be that you were already talking to that person, interacting, getting to know them, and a desire to be more connected is awakened. Because the Ace of Wands is there, and by that, I am referring to an intimate contact where emotions will later start to gain importance, and they are strong emotions. That is why the Ace of Pentacles is there, speaking to us about the structure of this relationship. One way or another, this will stabilize. The work will stabilize. The project you have in hand, that which you are passionate about and that moves you, and that led you to pass this test of faith with total success, just as I told you. How interesting, how well you did it, because you changed direction, and aligned yourself with the path of the star. That is why you are leaving an erroneous direction that you had traveled in recent times. In fact, you are using what is ingenuity, cunning, because you are asking yourself if it is worth it, if it had been worth it, or if it continues to be worth it to be that way. At what cost am I going to continue fighting this battle, right? So you are reacting, you are changing your path, changing your direction, and you are also taking into account doing things a bit more quietly, being cunning, and also being ingenious. Watch out for your surroundings, watch out for that. There is never a shortage of someone who wants to complicate things for us, who wants to, take advantage of our work. And they do not operate based on good rules or good customs, because that person may want to steal something from us that we are creating, that we have created. And that is why one must take care of one's surroundings. There is a theft of ideas, a theft of a desire, a theft of a project, because there is an Ace of Wands. So, a Seven of Swords speaks to us about that, about guarding against deceit, being more cunning, guarding against lies, guarding against people who have little ethics and who are not very honest, and above all, people who want to manipulate Pisces. Well, let's see what the guide tells us now. Pisces, what advice they give to Pisces. Here and now, it says, here and now I direct my attention to the present moment. I live the here and now with my energy focused on this moment. understand and become aware that the now is all that exists. May it be so, so it is, and so it shall be. Imposing Pisces, I congratulate you. All the blessings to you today and always.